Hello, I have chosen assignment 2.3a and I'm going to talk about two texts, shooting an elephant and no witchcraft for sale. And in both of these texts there is a relation between the colonizers and the colonized people. Both texts deals with the issue of colonialism, and in shooting an elephant there's a white police officer, a British police officer, who's called out to a ravaging elephant, and he ends up shooting it against his own will because all the Burmese, the native people, expected of him. And you can say that the relation in this text is really influenced by the native people, because they expect something of the colonizers and of the white people, and therefore the white people, for example the British police officer, feels that he's forced to do these things, that he has to do them to keep this view of the colonizers that the colonized people have. And you could also say that it's a way of keeping the hegemonic power, and that the colonized people have a specific view of the that the colonized people has a specific view of the colonizers. Yeah. And in No Witchcraft for Sale, there's another kind of relation between the colonizers and the colonized people. It's about a family who owns a farm and has some black servants, and one of them, Gideon the cook, is really appreciated by this family, especially after he heals the eyes of the young son in the family after he's been poisoned by a snake. And you could say that this relationship is really influenced by the white people, both because they keep him as a servant and other black people as servants, and also because they try to force the information on which route he used to heal the son's boy out of the black man, the Gideon the cook. And you can say that the white people influence the native people, because usually the black people keeps this information of herbs and medicine for themselves, or at least for someone very close to them, and therefore it's kind of a negative influence on their habits. And in both of these texts there is a dichotomy, the self/other dichotomy, where the colonized people are described as savage, or described with negative words like the natives, in opposite to the more civilized colonizers. And this is the binary logic of imperialism, which also helps keep this hegemonic power, because the colonizers wants the colonized people to feel less worthy than the colonizers. And you would also say that there's a very ambivalent relation in both of these, or the ambivalence is really obvious in both of these texts. In Shooting an Elephant, the British officer has some very ambivalent feelings towards the Burmese people, as he both supports their claim to be free, but at the same time he also really hates the Burmese people, because they are talking behind his back and they're spitting against him and stuff like that. And in the other one, you could say that the Gideon the cook, he has some very ambivalent feelings towards the family, as he considers them both as friends, but he also thinks that they betray him in the end when they want to know about the road. Yes.